All right, everybody, welcome back to Make Your Mark Sports Channel / Sports Podcast. We're back at it again with another video. So the question is, how good are the LA Clippers going to be coming into this upcoming season? And should they be viewed as the favorites to come out of the Western Conference? I think that's a legit question, no doubt about it. The last 3 seasons, just off the strength of Kawhi and Paul George being on the same team. I mean, other than last year when Kawhi missed the whole season, they've been viewed as a legit championship threat each year. Now, of course, in 2020, they flamed out in the playoffs. In 2021, Kawhi got injured in the playoffs. So now, going into the 2022-23 season, hopefully both of them can maintain their health and play throughout the course of the season and be right by playoff time. And now with the addition of John Wall, their main job description on the floor, which is to score the basketball, is going to come much easier because you have an elite level pure point guard in regards to passing the basketball, facilitating the ball. You have a player on your team like John Wall that is going to be able to get you the ball at the right time in the right spot on the floor when you need to get it. You know, when it comes to basketball, man, timing is everything. When you're out there running plays and you have a point guard on the level of a John Wall, you can now trust that, you know, when you're moving around without the ball and trying to get open, you're going to get the ball exactly where you need to get it. And it's going to open you up to get a better look at the basket. Of course, we know that when you're going against elite level defenses, you're still going to have to work to get your buckets. But I'm just saying, it makes your job a bit easier when you have somebody that can initiate the offense and get the ball to you exactly when you're supposed to get it. So, and then not only that, of course, John Wall is not just strictly just a passer. He can score the ball as well. So now you have a third option when the defense is starting to collapse on either Kawhi or a Paul George, and they're looking to double team and things like that. It's going to be harder to do that because now you have another player that can easily get you 20 points per game as well. And not only that, too, also I think John Wall is perfectly comfortable with his role on this team. I think he's at the point in his career where he's looking to add to a team that has another player or two that it's viewed as their team and they're the number 1 or number 2 option. And he can kind of just fade into that third option role. But also because he brings something new to the table, he can help elevate their game even more and bring out the best in them. And in combination with them, you know, bringing out the best in him with what his strength is on the court. So I think at this point he knows what his role is on a championship caliber team, and he's looking to be that extra piece that a team like the Clippers need to really get over the hump and become a champion. So it's a good move for both of them. You got 3 players on your team that can create their own offense. And, of course, not only that, all 3 of them play elite level defense. You got 3 of the best perimeter defenders in the league in Kawhi, Paul George, and John Wall. So you got a playmaker now that can open up the offense for your team. You have 1 extra great defender on your team now. You now have one of the better backup point guards in the league in Reggie Jackson, who can run your second unit. And, of course, if you wanted to switch it up and do a little small ball action, you could even put him out there alongside with John Wall. And as long as there's no chemistry issues between those 2 players, which, you know, hopefully it shouldn't be, because Reggie Jackson still will get a good amount of minutes. And to be honest, he might even be a candidate for 6th Man of the Year award. You never know. But he has been the starting point guard for the Clippers the past 2 seasons, and he's done a relatively good job. You know, I like Reggie Jackson, so hopefully he's comfortable with the addition of John Wall being on the team, and he can accept his role as the backup point guard. As I stated on one of my other videos I did, it's really all about chemistry and players not having huge egos. It's hardly ever all the time about what players that come from different teams are capable of doing alongside one another. It's just them understanding that they have to divest a certain level of control over to another great player on their team to be able to have everything mesh as perfect as it possibly can and give them the best chance to win the championship. So it's going to be interesting this year to see the Clippers back in action, being able to compete. And I think it's a good move what they were able to do by getting John Wall. So we'll see what happens. But I definitely wanted to touch on that and give my evaluation on that. But anyways, though, yep. So another video covering some of these offseason moves that have transpired thus far. And, of course, there's still more to come, so stay tuned. I appreciate all the support I've been getting thus far. Everybody have a blessed evening. All praise be to the Most High. Thank you again.